if you've already started exploring the Dubai market to buy a property out here, then you've probably heard the term or heard from someone about buying off plan and flipping it. Now, a big thing what brokers do out here, they promise the world and deliver nothing. And that's why, in my opinion, I find although the market is competitive, it's very easy to build a trust for myself with my clients because I'll tell them the honest truth. So in this video, guys, I'm going to talk to you about the truth of buying and flipping off plan. How long you should realistically wait, how much you can on average make, where and what areas are best to buy and flip off plan, and generally all about it. So stay tuned. And as always, guys, book in a 30-minute call below. It is free right now, but in the future, just to show the seriousness of my investors, I will be putting a small charge on this. So while it's free, make sure you get the opportunity to book in a call, and I'll see you there. So what is buying and flipping off plan? Well, if you don't know what off plan is, go watch my previous videos because I'll explain it all in full detail there. But the process of buying and selling your unit when you buy it like this is simple. You buy it, you pay a certain amount off. In some cases, it's as minimum as 30%, but generally right now with the big developers, we're looking between 40 and 50%. What does that mean? Well, first of all, it means that you've got to pay 40 or 50% off the property's total value before you can resell it. But in general, it means basically buying a unit, reselling it before it's ready, and making a premium. So the first thing I'm going to talk about, which is one of the most asked questions, is how quickly can I actually flip it? Because some brokers in this industry still convince their clients they can buy a unit and resell it in 3 months. And if they've told you that, then it's likely that they're just trying to get the deal done with you, just to give you false hope so they can make their commission. And I would never promise a client that because the relationships I build with my clients are long-term. So if I promise the client that you can resell a project in 3 months, it's ridiculous. Why do I say that? At the end of the day, there's a lot coming to the market in the future. So that means that, the supply will be higher. Now, in my opinion, the demand is always going to meet the supply because right now the communities that are being built are incredible. So don't worry about, oversupply in this market right now because it is absolutely bustling. The population's growing every year. And how many people do you know that have started talking about Dubai? Exactly. But what is realistic is probably reselling the property from minimum, and I mean minimum 6 months. And that's if the project is ready in, say, 2025. From the date of this video, 2023, to the date that the completion of the project is 2025, then I would say minimum 6 months. Anything more like 26, 27, then I would say you need to be waiting around 1 or 1.5 or even 2 years. Why do I say that? Because at the end of the day, it takes a long time for a project to be developed from the ground upwards. So if in 3 months, you see a project that's ready in 2027, they've probably only just started the groundworks. So do you think someone's going to think, oh yes, I want a unit in there? In some cases that does happen, but like I said, there are projects that are ready sooner that they might go for. So I also say this, if you're buying a property, like a world-class asset in a place like Dubai, what is the rush to sell it anyway? Because the appreciation from buying and flipping off plan in a short period of time might be somewhere between 10 to 20%, maximum 20%, unless you've just got an amazing deal on the beachfront. But again, all of these deals that were amazing were in COVID. So right now everything's kind of matched at market price. It's still cheaper to buy off plan, but to resell it in the time like 6 months, you're probably only looking at like 10% maybe, or up to 20. But then going forward, as people start to see the projects come alive, that's when the appreciation rises. Again, developers also hold stock back. So what does that mean? It means even though they've actually said it's sold out, there are people that cancel units, there are people that can't afford to pay, so they release them back onto the market. They do actually release them a little bit higher than the launch price, but still, and they also hold stock back because they know the last bit of stock they've got, they can resell at a much higher value. So therefore, again, even if you do have a good unit, it might not be the time to resell it yet. So everything I say to my clients, I say you want to wait minimum 6 months. We see what's happened with the market, but then ideally we want to be waiting 1 to 2 years. Now, if you want to wait until it's ready, then you're going to see the most appreciation, which leads me into the fact, how much can you actually make when it's ready? Well, in somewhere, in a bustling community where it's got so much potential, such as Shoba, such as beachfront, such as downtown or Business Bay, any of these areas, right? Then when it's ready, we can expect to see up to around 40, 50%. I'm not saying that's the case all the time, and I'm never guaranteeing anything. Who knows where the market's going to go? So far, it's going amazing, but you can't guarantee. You don't know what's going to happen. There could be another worldwide COVID. So based on current market statistics, we've seen people make upwards of 30 to 50, even up to 60%. So then we go on to what areas should you look at to actually flip off plan? Well, I've said this in my previous videos, but it's important to look at the location more than anything because You need to see what's around there, what's coming up, what's going on, you know, and what's going to be planned for the future. I use Shoba as an example because it was in my previous video. They're building the next biggest mall. They're building a Crystal Lagoon. They're also building a train station. So all of these elements are going to contribute towards greater appreciation. Right now, clients who've just got their units handed over in Shoba have made around 20%, but that's because Shoba is still relatively underdeveloped compared to where it will be in 3-4 years. So at that point, the same unit that made 20% will then make 40-50%. So it all comes down to location, price point. You need to get a unit with the best view. All of these things are considered when buying to flip off plan. So to conclude, if you've been with a broker that's actually told you that you can buy and flip off plan in 3 months, then he's lying to you, unfortunately. And that's why you need someone who you can trust, who's going to give you that honest opinion. I would rather not do a sale. If the client said to me, Joe, I want a project that I can resell in 3 months and I'll buy it today, I would say that's fine, but we can't resell it in 3 months. I would rather you go and work with someone else, because I can't promise you that at all. And I never make false promises to my clients, because at the end of the day, all of my clients I have long-term goals with. I'm helping them build their financial future. So I'm not going to lie to them and say that that's possible. But if you are interested in finding out what projects are hot right now and flippable in the future, then I am more than happy to help you out, because there's still a massive market for it. You just need to be a bit strategic. So don't waste your time online and speaking to rubbish brokers. Get in touch with me today and I'll be happy to help you out.